Hi there and welcome. My name is June. Thank you so much for joining me today for this 30-minute session that I'm really excited to share with you. This is a multi-dimensional 30-minute session that focuses on upper body strength, but I get to introduce you to some Pilates-inspired exercises. If you don't know, Pilates is my wheelhouse, so I get to share some of those core-focused postures with you so that you have the opportunity to improve your core strength and your balance in the process while we go through all of these fun movements. Now, you will need a few things today. You're going to need a set of weights. I'm having a seat for a moment. If you want to have a seat and join me, feel free. So I have 3 pounds. This is a micro bar, but you can definitely use a dumbbell or any other weight that you have. And if you don't have weights, just fill a water bottle full of water and that's all you need. But we want to make sure that when we're using these, we keep them out of our way for the first part. So I'm going to put these under my chair and come back to them later. You'll also need a nice little squishy ball. And you're also going to need a nice elastic band. And of course, our trusty water. We want to make sure we have that as well. So we're going to begin seated, right? This is a completely seated workout, so no worries about having to get up or down. You're going to really be focused on your core today because that's going to be my main emphasis throughout the workout. We're going to begin seated and have a nice position in your chair that allows you to sit tall, feel comfortable. My edge of my chair is heading about the center of the back of my thighs, and my knees are directly over my heels. Now, I want to think, I'm only 5 feet, so to be 5 feet, I really want to think tall. So I really think that there's not just a string, but an elastic bungee cord that's through my body that's pulling me up, kind of like a piece of taffy, right? That I'm going up and down in both directions. And that's what I would like you to feel as well, because that kind of energizes you to begin. So when you feel pushing your feet into the ground and then letting your head rise up to the ceiling, you can feel that lengthening process start to occur. That allows us to create a little bit more space in our spinal column and gets us or allows us to move more freely about the axis of our spine that holds us in place and allows us to bend, to twist, and to do all kinds of things, right? So we're gonna begin from the top of our head. So sitting tall, imagine that there's a wall behind you and your head is against that wall. I want you to tilt your chin down to your chest and then lift it back up. Do it again. Tilt the chin, lift it back up. Now your left ear to your shoulder, take it down. Left, take it back to your center, and then to the other side. Take it down, nice. And back. Now take a look over to your right side. Let your eyes go with you. Come back to the center. Go to your left side. Eye tracking, look. Come back. Now looking straight at me, keep your head nice and forward. Drop your eyes and look towards your feet without moving your head. Come back to the center. It's called eye tracking. Do the same to your right side. Move your eyes to the right side. Coming back. Now your left. Coming back. Great. Now roll your shoulders. Now turn your palms up. Pump your elbow into your body and back and forth. Not too close, but just pump it up. Pump it up. And as you're pumping your elbow up, it's like you're picking something up with your hand and you're getting a little bit of a shoulder shrug. One more. Good. Now from here, start to sweep the arms back, but dip on one side. So your right arm sweeps down, your left arm sweeps down. It's like you're picking something up with the palm of your hand. Great. Perfect. You got it. Scoop. I call this a rotational flow, but it's also a scoop. And if you take note, if you look at your knees as you're moving, you will see that one knee moves a little bit forward of the other, and that's a good thing. That means we're working our hips as well. Perfect. Sit tall. Give me a wide stance here. So in this wide stance, think of that tall spine again, and let's do a push and pull to your right side. So we're going to twist our body slightly, so we're sitting slightly turned to the side. You're going to push and pull and push and pull. Let your body rock with you as you do this. We'll do one more. Hold your arms here. Swing them to the other side, right here. Now pull towards you. Pull, pull, and push, and pull, and push, and pull, and push. Ready to do it to the other side. Hold right here. Swing it over to the other side. Here you go. Pull, pull in, and push. One more. Pull. Hold it here. Swing it to your left side. Pull and push. You've got to pull and push. Nice. You got it. 2 more here. Last one. Perfect. Now come back to your center and bring your feet together. From here, sit tall, abdominal muscles in. Hear that change in music? We're sitting tall, feet flat on the ground, left fingers reach towards the ground. Now keep your right hip on the ground and come back. And again, now adding a change here. As I reach my left hand to the ground, take your right arm and reach it to the ceiling. Now, if you feel that's too much, just leave it on your shoulder and just bend, or otherwise take it to the ceiling. Alternating side to side. Great. We have 1 more on each side. This is a really nice warm-up. Pilates is about working in 3 dimensions, 3 planes of motion. Because your body twists and turns, it goes forward and back, and it goes side to side, right? That's what we do in life. And that's what we're trying to prepare the body to do. All right, so with your with your feet, I'm gonna ask you to lift one heel. Doesn't matter which. Hold on to the chair and lift the leg and just circle the ankle 3 times. Then reverse it the other way. And then place that foot on the ground and sit right on top of your hips again. You have to lean back a little bit to take the other leg up and then circle around. 2, and then 3, and reverse it. Perfect. Wonderful. So now we're gonna reach for our ball. You grab your ball. We're going to take your ball, place it behind your back on the chair, and you don't want it at your lower back. You want to place it right about where your shoulder blades are up at the top, and then scoot back in your chair enough that you feel like you can squish that ball a little bit, right? So from here, we're going to begin. If you have done some other workouts with me before, this is one of my favorites. It's a rib cage slide. Here's what we want to be conscious of in this rib cage slide. Sometimes we lift our hips. Today, I want you to focus on keeping your hips level and even on the chair while your abdominals are pulled in. Now, you can hold on to that chair, but I'm going to keep my left hip down. I'm not going to allow that hip to come up. So that's going to limit how far I can go to my right side, right? And you're going to do the same thing. So limit yourself. You're moving over to your right side and then to your left, but you're being very cautious and conscious of whether your hip is lifting up or not. Now, there is a transition and transfer of weight, but we want to make sure we keep those hips even. Back and forth. Great. We have 2 more of these. I love this one. This feels really good. It just really warms up the torso. Then we're going to pause in the middle, take the ball from behind your back, and place the ball between both of your hands. Figure 8. Row back with your right elbow. Come over to your left side, row back. So row, notice how my palm changed position. One hand's on top, the other pulls back. And back, and back. And then back, and then back. And again, over one side, then the other. This looks great. We'll do 2 more on each side. Here comes 1, and back, and then 2. Then we're going to move into the swan, one of my favorite back extension exercises. So we're going to keep our legs together, feet and knees together, or maybe a teeny bit apart, not too much. Place that ball back where it was before, right between your shoulder blades. Great. Scoot back. You want your hips and your shoulders to be in a line with one another, and then envision your heads against that wall as well. So I don't want to sag my head forward. I want to keep it nice and tall, like I have a nice long neck. That's probably a good way to think about it. Think of a really long neck. Shoulders back, hands by your side. Now, right now, my ribs are right on top of my hips. So I want you to take your hands like this and touch your middle finger to your thumb. Take your thumb at your rib cage, take your middle finger, place it at the top of your hip bone. And then as you do, though, I want you to check and make sure that your ribs and your hips are aligned. But now we're going to move the shoulders back. And then as you inhale, you're going to lift your heart. You're going to feel your ribs open up a little bit. And then as you exhale, you're going to bring it back down. So you feel that close. I want you to take it back to that inhale. Great. And then your exhale. We have 2 more of these. I love this. Breathe in. This is working your back muscles, working them well, and they're completely protected because you have the ball behind you. You have 1 more. Keep those shoulders down, coming back to the center and releasing. I only ever want to do about 4 or 5 exercises for my spinal column at a time. So that was great. We may come back and visit that later, but I don't like to do too much. So the ball's coming from out behind the back for a second, just to kind of roll your shoulders out and give yourself a little bit of an opportunity to close the rib cage a little, but we're taking it right back there. So you ready? Here we go. That ball's gonna go back. And then we again place it between the shoulder blades. Now from here, We're gonna take your left elbow, bend it, and reach the arm with the palm facing forward. You're making a goal post with your left arm. Do the same thing with the right. Perfect. Now, we're gonna take the left elbow, bring it across your body, and then bring it back. We're gonna do the same thing on the right side. Bring it over, and come back. Now, I want you to take a deep breath. As you exhale, pull it across. We're gonna start to feel the lower oblique muscles on your left side of your body contract. Exhale, bring the right side over. Bring it back. Inhaling back, exhaling forward. We're gonna add on to this because your obliques, you have internal and external obliques. One is high and one is low. Now I want you to try to lift one knee, hold on to the chair with one hand if you need it, and bring your arm across. Now you're not dropping your torso, you're just twisting and bringing the knee up at the same time. Switch arms. Raise your right arm, take a breath, and as you exhale, and you pull the elbow towards your knee as the knee comes up and back. Let's repeat on your left side. Here we go. Left arm, right knee, exhale. And release. Not so easy, right? Can you feel the balance challenge? Because now you're wiggling a little bit with that ball behind you. Do the same thing on the other side. Exhale. Nice. Now, as you progress and you get more proficient at this exercise, you can take both arms up. So if you feel you can do that, make sure one foot remains on the floor at all times. Exhale. Good. Yes. One last one. Great. Beautiful. Now take the ball from away from your back. That was great. Did you feel what was going on here? Those are really good muscles that help support and stabilize your torso. So it's going to go back off to the side for a second. We're going to scoot forward on our chair and take yourself to a wide stance. Roll the shoulders out. And from here, we're going to do a side bend first, and then we're going to move into a little bit of a multi-dimensional move. But first, the arms are going to be by your side. Very similar to what we did in the warm-up. Reach side and come up. Then reach to your side. Reach side. And then come up. We're going to do one more here. Reach side, reach. Nice. We have one more. Reach side. Perfect. Now this time, take your left hand inside your thigh. Now we're going to start to take the right hand, you're going to take the right hand to your shoulder. I'm going to reach down. Now I'm reaching down to my ankle. Keep your right hip down on the chair. Now you look over to your shoulder. Then if you want, I invite you to raise your arm if that feels better. Then bend your elbow back and then come back up. Great. We're going to do the same thing on this side. Hand goes on the inside of your knee. Ready? Other hand goes on your shoulder. Ready? Now go down, look up towards your left shoulder. Then I'll invite you to take that left arm up. Then bend your elbow, bring the hand back to the shoulder, and then come up. We'll do one more on each side. This is a really nice multi-dimensional move. Right hand on your shoulder. Look up over your shoulder, bend, and open the arm. Now bend your arm back to the shoulder and come right back. Same thing. Right arm inside, left shoulder, bend. Now let that left arm open. That's optional, remember, always optional, and come back. Perfect. Got it. Nice job. That was awesome. Bring your feet together. Now, carefully pick up your weights. All right? So I'm going to take my weights, put them on my lap to start. So I want to make sure I'm in a good position here to grab those weights. Roll your shoulders back. Awesome. So without the weights, we're going to keep them on our lap. So I don't want them to roll. So bring them all the way up to the front. Separate your legs a teeny bit. Sit nice and tall. If they roll like mine do, then you may want to put them off to the side. So we're going to take both arms and reach forward and back. Reach forward and reach back. And again, reaching forward. And then come back. Watch my change. Reach forward, and come back. Now hinge forward a little bit. Extend the arms back and bring them back. Nice job. Reach forward with the arms. Reach forward. And then come, and this is just a little warm up. And the arms go back, just warming the triceps and the biceps up. One more time, the arms come forward. Reach forward, bring them back, and then your elbows go back. Nice job. Now we do the same thing with the weights. You ready? So now we have those weights. We want to practice it first. So palms face in, my thumbs are up, holding onto the weights. I push out, I come forward, and then I drop down, and then I come back. There we go. Reach forward, coming back, straighten your arms, hinge forward, coming back. We do two more of these. Reach forward, coming back in, and straight back. Nice. One more time. Reach. I'm going to add on, and then we'll come back to this. So now still holding your weights, let's keep the right weight on your right leg. Take your left arm and just reach it across your body. Cross, pull your elbow back 4 times. That was 1. Here comes 2, coming back, and then 3. I have about a 3-pound weight here. And then 4, then rest the weight onto the top of your thigh. Right weight comes up and reach across your body to your left side. Pull it back. We had a little twisting action. Remember, we talked about multi-dimensional patterns here. 3, 1 more. And then 4, come back down. Reduce it to 2 repetitions with your left arm. 1, come back, and 2. Bring it down. Now your right side. 1, and back, and 2. And again, here we go. Reach. 1, and back, and 2. And last one here, reach across. Reach, and back. Nice job. Now we take the weights and let's move them onto the ground and out of the way for a moment. All right, so now sitting forward in your chair, sit up nice and tall. Grab your band, because we're going to need that. I know I told you to sit up tall and then grab your band. We should have got your band first, right? Fold it in half. Place it on your lap so it's here for when we go into next. So this next one, you're going to take your elbows right here to your side. Then you're going to raise your elbows so that your thumbs are now I want you to put your thumbs right next to your body. So see how the thumbs are up? So we're going to take the arms up to the ceiling and lower, and do that again. Reach the arms up to the ceiling and down. Nice job. Give me 4 more. Here's 1. Reach up to the ceiling and come down. And again, here comes 3. Reach up. Pull those elbows down. What you want to be very aware of is as you're bringing those arms to the ceiling, keep the shoulders down and come back. So we can do a little check. Let's try that check. Reach up here. Now pull your shoulders down, then pull your arms down. One more time. Reach the arms up, pull your shoulders down, and release. Nice job. Shake it out. That was really good. Now take your band. Now the shoulders are tough. That's kind of, for women especially, they tend to be fairly weak. So doing any kind of strength move for your shoulders is very much to your advantage for what we do every day in life, especially when we have to put things in and out of cabinets, right? So now open up your band. Place it behind both of your legs. And now your chair has legs, right? So place the band against the chair and then scoot yourself back all the way to the back edge of the chair. And your palms are going to be facing forward, right? Your palms are going to be facing forward. So you need to take the band and into the palms of your hand and keep your thumbs out to the side. Now I purposely have it around the outside of the leg. So as I'm sitting back here, I'm going to pull the band back and open my heart. And then release, very similar to what we did with the ball behind our back. But here, we're focusing on keeping our shoulders down and away from our ears and pulling back. Nice. Got it. Press. Nice. Think of the shoulders retracting together. We call this chest expansion. Now this time, can you hold the band with just your thumb forward and your fingertips open? The reason I'm asking you to do that, because I'm going to give you a little cue now. This next one is to bring it back, but now reach your fingers towards the ground a little bit. When you do that, you start to feel the muscles under your arms a little bit more. That's your latissimus dorsi. It's the biggest muscle in your back. And come back. I'm going to do 3 more. Press back. 1, and come back, and then 2. Arms are open, pull back. You don't have to pull too hard, just enough to let your heart open. Great, and release. We take that band away and put it back into our little bin. Right now, we'll come back to it in a minute, but I want to do a shoulder stretch. So I want you to bring yourself all the way forward on the front of your chair. Roll the shoulders back. Great. And then take your elbow, bend it, and bring your left hand to your right shoulder. Now we're going to lift the elbow a little bit, not too much. I don't want it as high as here, just about here, but then you're going to gently pull it over to the side. So what happens is your elbow actually drops down a little bit, and so does your shoulder. When we bring it across, we're getting a nice little shoulder stretch there. If you straighten the arm out, and then you grab the wrist and you pull a little bit, you have an even better shoulder stretch. There you go. Release. Let's do the same thing on this side. So we're taking your right hand onto your left shoulder. You're lifting up a little, taking your left hand up above the elbow joint, pull it across, and then cross. You're going to feel as it comes across your body, you feel that stretch if you want to straighten that arm out, and grab your wrist and pull it in. That gives you a nice little shoulder stretch. But we want to avoid this. See how my shoulder popped up? You want to keep your shoulder down as you're bringing that across your body. Great. Shake it out. And then just let the arms lengthen back, open up. Great. It's really important when we're working your shoulders to stretch them out because it's a vulnerable joint. It's one that we want to keep strong because we always have to pick things up. So we want to make sure that the shoulders are capable of doing that, or I should say strong enough to do that, right? All right, so we're going to sit back a little bit more. And we're gonna bring our hands right by our side. So we're gonna start with the side bend to the right side. Now here, to our right side. I was going the wrong way. Now, this time, take that right arm and reach it across your body. And then we pull it back, so we side bend, lift, cross body, and back. Side bend, lift, cross body. When I say lift, I'm referring to your torso. Lift the torso, reach the right arm across, and come back. Reach and go across, come back. Reach, side, come across, reach, and back. One more, side and across. Same thing on your left side. Coming down, bring it across, reach, and back. Reaching side and across. Keep going. Down. Now we always want to make sure when we're bending to our side that we're also keeping the hip on the opposite side on that chair. One more here. Reach side. Perfect. You got it. Nice job. I'm going to go back to grabbing your band. So hopefully you had it close by. From here, take the band under your knee. I'm going to do some hip circles. In Pilates, we call them leg circles. But because we're sitting rather than laying on our back, we're going to circle with a bent knee. So take your hands close to the legs, sit tall, pull those abdominals in. It's all about your core here. And as you exhale, lift your leg up. And from here, while you're holding this up, circle the leg over 4 times around, please. And then 2, I'm just holding with my arms. And then 3, one more. Now reverse that circle, go your other way. Circle up 1. This is a very popular exercise, and we're doing it seated. 2 more. 1 more. Nice job. Now we switch. We take that band under the other leg, right? And we do exactly the same thing, right? You're close to the knee with the band, right? Lots of tail on that band. And lift the knee up. Hold your elbows by your side, not at your side, a little away from your side. Circle around 4 and 3. And then 2. And then 1 more. Other side, circle around. Nice. 2 more. Last one here. Great. Now I get to introduce you to the famous Pilates saw. It's called the saw. The reason it's called a saw is because Joseph Pilates described it as if you were sawing off your pinky toe. I don't think that sounds so great to me, but we're going to create a sawing action, but nothing to do with your pinky. So widen those legs here. So we're going to take a twist first. Hands right here. Take a twist and aim your torso towards your right thigh. Now take your left arm, reach it out, and create a sawing action. As you hinge forward, hold on to the chair with your right hand back. Reach here. We're going to saw back and forth. We're going to come up and back. 1, and then 2, and then 3, and then sweep the arm up and go to the other side. So now we take the other side. Thumb is up. Grab that chair, right? Sawing action, and we're reaching. 1 and 2. 1 more. And then 3, sweep the arm. I'm going to do 1 more on each side. Holding onto the chair, thumb up on that front arm, reach 1. And then 2. I don't know if you noticed, but I bet you're getting a little bit more depth on the stretch the second time you do this. Here we go. 3. And then 2. 1 more. Nice job. Sitting up nice and tall. Roll your shoulders back. Yes, we got it. That was great. So now we will take your ball and place it behind your back. So with the ball behind your back, we're going to start with a little bit of rib cage. Well, not start. We already did this section before. So this is our rib cage slide as we did before. So you're sitting nice and tall with your feet on the ground. Then think rib cage to your right, hip stays down, rib cage to your left, hands by your side. Good. There we have it. Side to side, side to side, side to side. Great. We'll do 1 more. Great. Nice. Roll your shoulders around. Take the ball between both hands and a wide stance. I want you to sweep the ball around in a big circle. Good. Then we reverse the circle and go to your opposite side. Circle and then circle. We'll do a little bit of angel arms here. So the ball comes to your chest. Take your right hand to your thigh. Reach the arm out. Thumb is up on the ball. Reach up. Take the right arm down. Come back down, bring the ball into the other hand and reach up, and then come back down. I call these angel arms. So one, they're just going up and down right now, but now we're going to take them to a diagonal. So take your right arm to a side diagonal and your left arm out to the side. Now, as we're doing this, right now we're probably thinking that I'm just moving the arms out to the side, but I want you to focus on the muscles around your shoulder blades, because those are the muscles that are responsible right now for the action that we are doing. And we're opening up the heart here at the same time. Let's do one more. And then take it back up to the ceiling, straight up to the ceiling, lower down and straight up to the ceiling and lower down. We have one more each side. Lift, perfect, and last one. Now from here, bring your legs together. You're gonna bring your palm to face you. Take the ball between your forearms right here, right? So I'm gonna lower the ball between my elbows. With my palms facing me, the first thing I wanna do is drop my shoulders. Gently squeeze the ball, and then lift up, and then lower down. I'm sorry if you can't see me, but I'll try to peek over the ball. Lift up. This is a nice little shoulder movement that doesn't require any weights at all. It just allows us to work on adduction of the shoulder girdle. We have one more here. Nice. And then release. Put the ball between your knees. Roll your shoulders back. And then place the ball, keep the ball between your knees. And we're going to scoot forward on our chair. So scooting forward on our chair, I'm going to keep the ball between our knees. We're going to go into a bridge. And when we place the ball between the knees and above the knee joint, it allows for really gentle tracking of the patella, which is the bone in your knee that travels up and down, or the tendon as well. There's a tendon that's attached to it. So holding on to the sides of your chair, roll your shoulders back, open up your heart, and push your hips off the chair, and push your knees slightly forward and gaze up towards where the ceiling meets the wall, and then come back down. Good. We have two more of those. Roll the shoulders back, sit tall, push up, lift, and push the knees forward, hold that position. Bridge is a very popular Pilates exercise. Why? Because it helps us open up our hips and it strengthens the muscles of your gluteus maximus, your hamstrings, and the entire torso. One more time, and think of what the upper body is getting as well. Reach all the way through. We come back down, we have a seat. The ball is still between our knees. We're just gonna roll the shoulders back. Nice. And then we're gonna scoop like we did before. Scoop your left arm, palm is up. Your right arm scoops forward. So you've had a little bit of an opportunity to work through some Pilates exercises today. Really kind of fun. Last one, Pilates-inspired, let's call them now. Pilates-inspired exercises. Take the ball from between your knees and place it off to the side. Bring your legs back together. Sit a little bit more forward on your chair now and sit tall. Your right ear, allow it to drop to your right shoulder and keep it there. Then let your chin drop. Roll your head over to your left shoulder so your ear is close to that shoulder. And then bring it back up to the center. And let's do that on the other side as well. So left ear to your shoulder, drop the chin down, the head moves to your right side, and then bring it back up. That should feel really good. Let's do that one more time. Right side, chin rolls, and then comes back up, and then to your left. And then roll, then come up. Nice job. Scoot back on your chair. We're going to go into the Pilates Mermaid. For the Pilates Mermaid, we're going to take our left ankle and place it behind your right ankle. So that knee is off to the side. We're going to take a stretch over to your right side. Reach up and over. Bring it back, and we'll do one more just like that. Stretch over. But now we do the opposites. When I say opposite, just the opposite arm. So when we do swan, we try to work both sides, even though one hip is a little bit more relaxed than the other. So now bring your left foot back out, take your right foot behind. Ready? And now let's stretch over to the left. Same thing, stretch over to your left. Then get ready to stretch to the opposite side. Stretch. Nice. And then stretch. Then come to a wide stance. Take your right arm inside or between your legs and stretch up and look over your left arm. Look up at your left arm. Switch. Go here, stretch. One more each way, reach. We did a little bit of, I should say a lot of sitting. So let's stretch out your hip flexor. So sit forward on your chair. Straighten one leg out, pull the other leg in, and then hold on to that chair and then lean yourself back a little bit. Pull your toe towards your shin and maybe take your hand to your shoulder to feel a little bit more lengthening right through here. And then we release and do the same thing on the other side. Goes here, stretch. Move your left leg now to the side. Right, come to this side and drop your left shoulder and feel that nice stretch along the inner thigh right here. Good. Bring your leg in and make a switch. We're here now. You go drop, right? Stretch, find that stretch. Oh my goodness, doesn't that feel good? Come back in. Ah, lovely, roll your shoulders back. There you have it. Our 30-minute multi-dimensional workout that focused on the upper body but allowed us to incorporate some Pilates-inspired core-based exercises to force your body, I'm going to say force, let's just say gently force your body into positions that would challenge your core stabilizers as well as your core movers. Your core is a very important part of your body, and your core literally governs what those extremities, your arms and your legs do. So keeping that in check is going to keep you moving safely and effectively for life. So continue to move your body every single day. Join me and the others as we take you on a movement journey and allow you to bring more health and wellness into your life. Thank you so much. My name is June. I look forward to seeing you next time.